if you're yuzu level, but if you're luzu,
If you're a loser lah.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Neighbourhood Gems. Last time I went dim sum hunting with my Korean dongxing Yu Kyung. Today we have my office bestie Yi En. And look at her, she must be very nervous today because of first outdoor shoot.
But it's okay, cause today we'll be eating acai. Woohoo!
Your favourite is it?
Okay lah, not really my favourite lah. But I used to have a phase where I love acai so much that I would buy like those frozen acai packets and make at home.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
like from scratch?
Yes, from scratch as in like the frozen acai packet.
I mean, that's a lot of effort already. I wouldn't do that, I'll just buy.
But actually it's not a lot of effort lah. But yeah, that's how much I love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I have a favourite that I like to recommend to everyone first because it's not in the list of places we are going today. And it's corner code. It has like unlimited toppings.
I used to go to this place called Hakon.
Oh.
Yeah, it's quite a popular acai place lah. And the reason why I love it is because they're very generous with the toppings. They also have like two different base, which is like one is the cocoa base and another one is like the normal OG acai base.
But these two places is like quite well known really.
Yeah.
Today we're gonna go to 4 neighbourhood gems and we're gonna have 4 criteria. What are they?
Acai base,
Okay.
toppings,
Okay.
aesthetics, and last one is value.
Wow, very good! You read the script. Okay, now let's go!
Let's go!
So we're now at the first location outside Nana's Acai. The best thing about this place, I feel, is that it's literally a stone's throw away from the MRT exit.
So at every place we'll order 2 acai bowls. One is like the OG classic acai bowl and then the other one is their specialty acai bowl.
Or like something we prefer, we want to try. For our classic acai, we'll get the youngster one, the cookie butter. For the second one, we'll get a lovely lychee. For drizzle, I'll get the actual drizzle that I like, which is almond butter. First bite.
Look at my bite and versus your bite.
Wow, got a difference.
Bigger or
Greedy, oh. Let's try.
Okay, for you, what makes a good acai base?
It has to be not watery. I cannot stand it when it's like super watery. Like I'm not drinking my acai, I'm eating it. What about you?
I like mine like creamy because sometimes I think it can be a bit too icy. For me, this one is creamy even though it's melted a little bit.
Like very smooth, very well housed. You housed it, right? Grind it, right?
Blend it, oh my gosh.
I like that it's not too gritty.
And the thing is, right, they're so generous. They even have like a layer of that cookie butter in the middle so that you don't get just acai.
Actually, yeah, I was thinking like everything is on top, right? How you gonna get fruits or like cookie butter at every bite? But yeah, it's all well thought out.
Just now I saw, right, when they're cutting the banana, right, they use like a machine to make it like even.
Yeah, that one. Who don't have? The options are not super crazy because you don't see dragon fruit. Eh, shit, got dragon fruit. Got goji berries also. So you know what? Options are there. Tick. What about affordability?
Actually, it's not bad. This is $9.60 for a regular cup. I think that there are places that this one can easily cost up to $12.
That's why we like neighbourhood gems. Ba-dum. You know that they even have like a mini size. How much is the small? Oh, $6.90. Like where can you find acai under $10?
And 3 fruits And this one is a bit smoother than acai affair. Acai affair can be a little bit on the icier side. I might be wrong lah, it's been a while lah. This one is smoother. And I think this is not too sweet.
But actually, I would say it's still very value for money, even though you would think that it's the same portion as acai affair, because you get a lot more acai than just like granola or cookie butter. They open until 11 PM on Fridays and Saturdays. Healthy supper, where can you find that?
Please, Nanas, we need you in the West. Chiara will dance for you.
Na 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 na.
We got a lychee one and it has like lychee sorbet on top of the acai base.
And with the layers, you can see that they're actually really generous with the butter, almond butter. The old people. I chose lychee because I like lychee, and sometimes you don't see lychee flavor sorbet. Okay, cheers.
Sure.
So refreshing.
Yeah, Singapore so hot, right? This is like a perfect snack.
It's a sorbet, so it melts a bit easily. It's reminiscent of a bit acai, very liquidy. But it's perfect as a sorbet. Not too sweet, but you can tell that it's like from concentrate lah.
Actually, the combination between the lychee and the acai is quite good. But honestly, I would rather just the OG acai base without the lychee sorbet because I like mine creamy throughout.
I'll still stick to my lychee because I like the refreshing portion of it. And maybe because I like almond butter more. Variety-wise, I think they're lacking in terms of like the DIY portion. You don't know whether you can add like your own different kind of nut. I do see people offering things like pistachio butter. But for a neighborhood jam itself, I think it's really good.
Good breakfast.
Good breakfast.
Time for lunch.
Time for lunch. Also acai. See you at Serangoon.
We're now at Acai Collective, which is at
Serangoon Gardens.
Srg Gardens.
So very atas neighborhood. Like guess what? The prices okay, not atas
Less than $10 for the medium bowl. I get one Acai Collective, the medium size, and one matcha made in heaven, the medium size as well. Okay, we were contemplating to get the matcha or the Milo.
Yeah.
Interesting, right? But matcha caught our eye a little bit more lah.
She's basic lah. She like matcha, hojicha. I think the classic one is a bit too simple as compared to the other acais I've tried. I mean, it doesn't even have butter. Is it normal?
Don't have.
Producer is checking for you.
Don't have ah?
Oh.
Gosh, surprise, surprise!
Wow, it's really you just taste the acai. Like you can really base our taste just on acai. This is $9.50, which honestly I think is a bit on the pricier side, considering that it's not as big as Dana.
But this one is equally big as Nana. And I mean, matcha is probably as expensive as acai lah. So price-wise, not as competitive.
There's chia pudding inside. Usually people will, it's like a topping lah, not like a fixed item.
And it's quite a thick layer. So this one is like a very different ratio of acai as compared to Nana's. Cheers.
Cheers.
Is it me or the acai base has a really strong banana flavor to it?
It tastes more like a juice. There's no creamy texture to it.
For this, you don't even get the acai, I feel.
Oh yeah, it really tastes just like banana smoothie. Not the biggest fan. Okay, but if you like banana, then just get this all.
Actually, I hate to be the carrier of bad news, but this is bad news. Maybe the fruits will be their saving grace. The kiwi is crunchy. It's not ripe. Come, matcha lover.
Okay, I'm really hoping that this is gonna be great.
Solid. But I must say, looking at the nut butter, I know that it's of good quality because it looks like the kind that my mom buys. I want to try the nut butter on its own. Atas confirm. You know why?
Why?
No sweetener.
Very
Butter.
nutty. Oh,
Wow.
very good Actually, honestly, when I see the color, right, it looks a little bit artificial. Okay, let's try.
Like bright green. I actually really
Hey,
like
nice
the matcha.
Yeah, oh, I'm wrong But I think because the acai and the matcha is a bit on the runnier side, like it's watery. So I think the chia pudding adds like a bit of texture, crunch to the entire thing.
For me, when I say I like the matcha sorbet, right, it could be dangerous to some people. It means that it's very enjoyable. Not something that I would imagine in a healthy acai bowl.
It has cranberries and a lot of granola. I would say the toppings here are quite generous. It has 3 layers of different bases. This one only has one acai base, and the toppings is like about the same lah. If it's me, I will buy the
Endurance series. Same. Yeah, one thing to note that is, again, this place doesn't have seats, but they do have a table for you to stand and enjoy your acai.
I think because Singapore very hot, right? So it tends to melt very easily. I would recommend people who buy this to like just eat immediately lah.
Then put for 3 days, right? Chia pudding is very good for you. You eat this. While she finishes, we'll go to the 3rd location.
Yeah, I never watched this.
Okay, we're here at Ola Acai.
I think it's the prettiest so far. And the bonus is there's seats inside.
And guess what? The prices also under $10 for regular. We're gonna get their classic OG Ola's Acai Island Gal. And if we try some drizzle almond butter. For the second bowl, we're gonna do DIY. A medium size. Step 2, honey yogurt base. Step 3, pitaya, mango, and blueberry. For the crunchies, I actually do not like crunchies in my acai. Oh, skip!
Cannot skip, ah,
Can I replace a crunch with a fruit? Okay, never mind, it's okay. Let's cut that part. Okay, let's have Oreo crunch. Cashew butter. Really neighbourhood gems. I'm very surprised.
Yeah, it's right under a HDB. Eh.
And look at the bubbles, oh my god!
At first, I was very full, but after looking at this, I am hungry again.
So the people at Subway, they're called sandwich artists, right? Over here, the two girls there, you are acai artists.
Let's try the OG one first, okay? It's called Island Get Out, by the way.
Oh my gosh, let's ask because she went to Bali for 1 month and I'm going to Bali tomorrow. When you scoop, you can tell that the acai texture is what we like.
Been here for quite some time and it's still not too watery. This one is acai, you know? The other one is banana.
And it's not very icy, even though it's really cold. You don't feel like the grits of ice.
Actually, I say this texture is quite similar to banana.
The portion size is amazing. Look, it's like 1 palm.
And I saw, right, they put 3 full scoops of acai on top. Wow, imagine 3 full scoops of ice cream cost less than $10.
Plus toppings. It's quite deep. Like a bit of my finger is gone only, that's all.
Okay, this granola is like the perfect texture mouthfeel. Because it's smooth from the acai but also got that crunch from that granola.
Okay, I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but the mango chunk, sometimes it's a soft cube and sometimes it's like a more tangy mango. This one
Not as nutty.
is the smooth kind, not the crunchy or gritty kind.
Aesthetic
Aesthetic?
is
I say 10 out of 10, bro.
the colour scheme.
Okay, on to my DIY. It's a unique base with the honey yogurt base.
Yogurt is from where?
It's from milk one.
Yogurt is from...
It's still dairy one. No, this is as appalling as the 57% of y'all who are watching all the Eatbook videos but are not subscribed. Please subscribe. And please go and read out where is yogurt from. Oh my god, you are scaring me.
Cheers! Wow. If you love Oreo like me, you must get the Oreos,
Wait, I tried a bit on the Oreo. Okay, you know what? This is my favorite for today. Honey yogurt is like, there's no dairy to it because it's a sorbet, right? It's still so milky and it's not too sweet, you know, you get a little bit of honey. The fruits go really well with the honey yogurt. The cashew butter, have you tried cashew butter?
No, not yet.
Please, 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 please.
This is nutty eh.
I was able to mix the bases. Yes, you have.
Oh my god!
We didn't know!
You guys can half the bases eh.
Take my money.
It's very worth it. And it's very big. I would say if you compare this with Acai Collective, I think the bowl was like a bit smaller and shallower. And the price point is about the same. And this one, the toppings also hit eh. If you're a cafe girl, an island girl like us, the interior here, the ambience here is really very chill eh. Out of all the 3 places that we've been, right, this is the only place that has seating. Now move on to the last location and we'll see if it tops Ola Acai.
Yay! You're at our very last location and it's called Utopia. And it's very cute.
It actually reminds me of those like neighbourhood bubble tea shops.
It's truly a neighbourhood gem.
Can we get one signature acai bowl? And another yuzu acai bowl.
Now we are here for our 7 and 8 acai bowl.
And we're at a very cute, cozy,
Very old school.
old school. Has that character to it because it's located at Elias Mall and it's just like a small corner called Utopia Cafe. So we're going to try the signature acai bowl first and it again costs less than $10. What have we been doing? Paying more than $10 for acai.
You're doing the atas one for no reason.
Okay, first glance, right, it's a very deep bowl. It's like your 9 fresh and a black ball kind of packaging.
This is the only place that doesn't have the option of choosing a sauce.
Signature acai bowl comes directly with speculoos drizzle.
It doesn't look as appealing as the others, but you know what they say, don't judge a book by its cover.
Actually, the ratio of the toppings, the soy chia pudding and the acai is so off, but in a good way. Toppings, chia pudding, acai.
The price is $9.80 eh. Quite worth lah. They have a lot of different types of crunch, like almond flake, sunflower seeds, the speculoos crumbs, and granola. All these like adds texture to the acai. The price value, I think this might be one of the top few eh.
Very generous with the serving. I think the acai base is a bit more icy,
More gritty.
but that's why I like how the soy chia pudding actually adds a creamy note to it. But it's not watery. My number 1 acai peeve is watery acai. But you know this also means what or not? You can grab food from Utopia Cafe and you'll still stay icy when it reaches your home.
We also got the yuzu acai bowl, and just now the Ola Acai don't have yuzu, right? So this time we must try the yuzu. First look, very healthy. It looks like a fruit bowl. Got no drizzle and don't have the speculoos.
It looks like my kind the one without crunch.
Hey, you look downstairs.
Shark still have. Now it's a new crunch.
There's like some chocolate cookie bits inside, and it's sourced by the owner's friend. It's very fragrant. So we just talk about the layers. So it's topping, yuzu, and then acai, which is a little bit smaller lah. Oh, it's very refreshing. The yuzu taste is actually quite strong.
But I don't mind it. It gives a more citrusy note to your usual acai base.
But I feel like the yuzu sorbet overpowers a little bit of the acai taste, even though it's just a thin layer of the yuzu sorbet.
If you are an acai lover, don't get this one.
Yeah.
But if you are a yuzu lover, but if you're a yuzu
You're a loser.
but if you're a yuzu lover, get this one.
But personally, I still like the OG acai.
I like the yuzu one more. Maybe because it's the 8th boy, I'm a bit sick of acai. One sentence to describe this girl next door. Simple but still hearty. Oh my god, perfect! Bring your girl next door here to get your girl next door. That was the 8 bowls of acai today.
First of all, 8 bowls of acai is very intense. I've never eaten 8 bowls in 1 month before. This is a world record. Ding, 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 ding.
Acai Collective.
If you love banana, get it. I think it's quite accessible.
Imagine you eat Hokkien mee and drink your bamboo correct now? Did I just say bamboo? And I think I would still shout out the matcha made in heaven.
And they also got Milo lah. So the flavors are also quite unique.
Utopia Cafe.
Let's
Okay.
go.
It's like your very friendly neighbourhood acai bowl. It's actually an ice cream cafe and also a bakery because they also sell like biscuits. So maybe that's why there are only 3 items on the menu. Not too bad for a small little cute humble cafe. Nana. I think they are the most value for money because the amount of acai they give is like filled the whole cup. Just a solid cup of acai.
I like their drizzle. Some places can be a little bit too artificial tasting, but theirs is like just the right amount of nuttiness and sweetness.
And coming in at number 1 is Ola Acai! I might be swayed by the honey yogurt sorbet as well as how aesthetically pleasing the bowls were.
It checks all of the criteria above. So one is aesthetic. Not only is the acai bowl aesthetic, the cafe also aesthetic. Toppings also very generous. Acai base also creamy. Very generous also with the 3 big scoops of acai. Value for money, yes.
Under
Less
$10.
than $10, $9.90. No GST, no service charge.
I also like the acai base. You can't see the granules, it's not sandy. Number 2, it's icy enough. You know, it's not like a slop.
Sad news is that the honey yogurt is seasonal. After they sell out the honey yogurt, they'll change it with the yuzu, vice versa. Hola, hello.
Come to the west.
First of all, price. I always thought that like, oh, acai should be more expensive, like the superfruit, right? Like, okay, it's worth if I pay like $12, $13 on a small bowl of acai. But I didn't know that there can be acai bowls that are less than $10.
And they're solid. I always say this line after all neighbourhood jam shoot that I like the episode because like you get to try a lot of things that are uncovered. Comment down below if you have like
a neighbourhood jam to recommend us. Thank you for watching this episode of Neighbourhood Jams.
If you like this video, you can watch more over there. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And let us know if you like Yi En as a co-host.
Hey, what
For
the
first
shit?
time today, good
Hola!
job! 掌声鼓励鼓励！